Alright, this is Oracle of Ages Randomizer Archipelago Edition. We're going to be playing our standard settings, randomize everything, see what we get. Randomize dungeon shuffle. We're not doing key sanity, that's the only thing right now. But yeah, let's see what we have today. Should be a good time. It's always a good time playing some Oracle's Rando. Starting off with our first tune. Very, very early harp. Probably gonna get currents really soon. That's usually the case. Oh, we have the fixed tuning done. Okay. So yeah, currents. Currents and a way to break a bush gets me to D4 access. That's really early dungeon access. Obviously, like, we don't have currents yet, so I'm not thinking about that yet. But it's in the back of my mind. Alright, lava juice for 30. Yeah, it's either going to be from the tower or the gasha farmer here, probably. There it is. Alright, what do we got here? A ring. And we got a dumbbell. Okay. Again, more Symmetry City stuff. So the game is definitely pushing me to go to Symmetry City. Yo, what's up, Snow? Thanks for the good luck. Well, I'm thinking about whether or not I should check out the hidden shop. I feel like I should at some point. I don't have any rupees yet, so I can't buy anything there. Flippers are good. No, we don't have the animation skip. Not yet. Yeah, I'll at least check it out, see what's there. Oh, there's a rope in the regular shop, okay. There's a bracelet here. Okay, interesting stuff so far. Alright, there's our bush breaker. That's gonna get us somewhere. What's the raft seed equivalent for seasons? Hide and seek, probably. Like a hide and seek required seed. Though in the newest versions, hide and seek is just disabled. So it's not even really a thing anymore. Though you could still do hide and seek in Archipelago for an item. Like, you'll get an item for doing it. Yeah, I guess maybe treasure map to find the jewels is a possibility as well. Where is this one? This one is up here. Pretty sure. It's been a while since I've done this. Dimitri. Yeah, that's it. We actually need the flute in order to get the item here, so it's a little unfortunate. Yeah, the map is fairly useless if you find the jewels ahead of time. You never realized the blue thing is supposed to be a Japanese saw. Yeah, they really like that kind of saw. Alright, what are we getting from the Dumbbell Man? You gotta sleep! Oh, I haven't checked the sign to see how many slates and everything. We've been too busy staying away from the Maku tree area. We had no reason to go there. I guess when I was seeing Vazu, I could have gotten a sign. Oh, crown key. Okay. Oh, wait, I can do it here. Oh, it's the Zora potion. We got the Zora potion. Very nice early Zora potion, too. So yeah, cool thing about this version of the Archipelago is that the Zora potion is its own potion, so you don't accidentally use it. It's essentially another fetch quest item. But that allows us to have the potion in the item pool and not take up a slot in the shop. Oh yeah, I gotta place the tuning nut. I forgot I had the tuning nut to place. Let's see, dungeons we can do anything in are very slim. That is one of them. Yeah, we don't really have much that we can do right now, other than be here. So I'm just gonna kind of go through the motions. We'll clean up like 90% of this dungeon. Oh! That's a thing? Early ages today. Early ages... Wait a second. Early ages, we already have a switch hook. We just need a mermaid suit and we have Zora access. What? Alright, we don't have seeds. Oh yeah, I forgot the compass is broken. Have to remember that. Biggeron sword is pretty good. Nice to have a sword. You had war flashbacks in Echoes when he entered his dungeon for the Zora. Oh. Honestly, Jabu is not terrible at all in Echoes. Alright, so boss key is in fact locked behind Ember Seeds here. Yeah, the water level puzzle essentially ended up being just a Tears of the Kingdom thing. Like, the Tears of the Kingdom going to do 5 different locks. Let's see, what do I want to do here? Yeah, maybe we should stay away from talking too much about Echoes. It's still very new. Give people time to at least enjoy it. Why is that tree there? So that you're forced to use Ember Seeds going the proper way. Well, it's to teach you to go the proper way, essentially. Like, okay, you can burn that tree from across the bridge. And then, oh, hey, if you hit it again, you're gonna hit the switch. That's in vanilla. Yeah, it's there in vanilla. You have to shoot 2 Ember Seeds. 1 to burn the tree, and then 1 to hit the switch. Alright, so we're getting access to a lot of different things here. Do I want to go this way? I feel like I kind of do. Yeah, let's get this cave, and then we'll go to the dungeon. This tile? Yeah. Early Ages kind of throws me off a little bit, because you have to remember very specific tiles for some things. Ooh, sword. Regular sword. Yeah, I'm gonna see the tree before I leave. Tree's on this screen. Well, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna see the tree and leave. The question is, does that count? I actually don't know if that counts. I pressed the wrong button, of course. Well, I want to make sure I have the tree as an active warp point. I don't know if getting to a bad screen and getting warped right back out counts. Because as long as I have the active warp point, we can warp back here later. Like, that's not a big deal. But I wanted to make sure it was actually active. Oh, we got Jabu there. That was fun. Getting knocked right back into my portal. Alright, we get access to another dungeon. Over this way. Yeah, I need to just get rupees. I know I can. Like, literally, I'll just farm rupees for bracelet, probably. I only have to farm a little bit. That's actually not too bad. Because I can get plus 70 right here. I'll buy this just in case. Let's grab our bracelet. What else did we have in the shops? Lava juice in advanced shop. And a potion. And I don't need the potion. I'll grab the bracelet. I'll grab the lava juice. Okay, now we're good. Let's see, what do we have in this dungeon entrance? D2. Okay. So we can do a little bit of work in here. I don't know how much I want to do without the feather. Okay, there's our mermaid suit. So I think we just leave. I think we just leave and use our mermaid suit. Yeah, no raft today. We still may need the ingredients for the raft. Depending on if we need to get the ore or not. We don't need it. We don't need a piece of heart. It's fine. I'm thinking about going Zora pretty soon, but I don't want to go there and get stuck there, you know? We don't have the fairy powder yet. So we can't actually get into the Jabu dungeon yet. Okay. Tokay Eyeball on Tokay Game. Can't get up to See No Return yet because we do not have a feather. Feather is going to be the thing that gets us past the dark maze. Oh, a library key sends me out to Zora a little bit more. Alright, let's check dungeon entrance, see what it is. Six present. Can't do much here. There's literally one check I can grab. And it's the D-Kid map. We got the D-Kid map. I am stuck there. Where do I want to go now? Oh, I can go over... Yeah, I can go over to Rolling Ridge. We can start doing a bunch of stuff there. Because we have a switch hook, we have mermaid suit, so I can get to east, and we can just make our way up. We can do a lot there, actually. Only thing is I do not have a lot of money. I'll probably... Yeah, I'll probably manip another 100 rupee. I'll do that. I gotta find a good spot to do it. Or maybe I just get lucky and get rupees while I'm up here. That could also work. Okay. Got the book. And the funny joke. The Gorons really like their trade items. Okay, there's the rupees that I needed. I figured rupees were coming. It was just a matter of time. Ooh, broken sword. I have lava juice, I can turn that in right now. More rupees, always good. More trading items. How did the broken sword, guarded by the ancient Zora, end up in the mountains? You see, they were trying to figure out how to fix it. They heard a legend of the big Goron. And unfortunately, the big Goron doesn't live in this mountain range. So they ended up coming to the wrong mountain range and was like, you know what, I don't feel like carrying this anymore. And just left it up there. Alright, so I have to get Maple at some point, because I have the book. So I have to be like conscious about like just killing a bunch of enemies, and then when Maple does spawn, I have to bump into her. Oh, level 2 switch. You know what? That makes Jabu almost a completely doable dungeon. The only thing we can't do in Jabu is one check on the bottom floor that requires a key. Oh no! I missed. Let's do that again. There we go. So actually we're close to completing 2 dungeons. Oh, actually, think about it. You need a feather for parts of Jabu. I mean, a lot of it is doable without a feather. But at least, like, the mini-boss, you need a feather to, like, get the check at the end of the mini-boss. You can kill the mini-boss without a feather. You just can't get the item afterward. But yeah, if I complete Jabu, then going Zora gets me an extra item. So that pushes me out that way a little bit more. So yeah, I think this works out. We do as much as we can in Jabu. Oh, stationery! We got some paper. Yeah, so we'll do the Jabu, then go out to Zora. Unless we get something else. Unless we get seed axes, essentially. Any more Oracle's Hackathon entries to cover? No, we completed them all. There were only 7 of them. But you know what? They were all really, really good. Oh! Okay, Vanilla Brother Emblem? Okay. I'm not gonna complain about that. And the key under the doormat? It's just for the opposite age. It's been hiding there for a very long time. I have to say, key under the doormat is a classic. Maku path? Okay. I mean, we'll go through here. Yeah, they lost it under the doormat, forgot where they put it, so they just replaced the locks. And we get Kane! That was worth it! That was worth it! Alright, now I'm starting to think, like, we need to just start booking it. How many essences do we need? I should probably check that before we go do anything else. Need 3 and 0 slates. Okay. Three is not bad. Considering everything we have, like, we could probably get 3 very quickly. A feather and seed axes gets me 3, guaranteed. Trade items, we have toilet. Oh, and I have the funny joke. I can do 2 trades here. What's up, Soul? Thanks for the good luck. $30. Okay, nothing there. It'll be interesting if we end up doing this, like, without, like, a feather. How much can I get done without a feather? Pretty significant amount, I think. Oh, yeah, we got Kane. Oh, wait a second. I have Crown Key entrance. I can get there via east. I forgot about that. I can get there without feather via east. Without feather and without seed access. D-Kid! I almost don't want that to change. I know it's gotta get fixed because it's a bug, but D-Kid is a legend right now. I don't have any way of getting that check. But I am going to set up the mid-boss warp. wait, can I? Oh no, without a way of shooting seeds and a feather, I can't do that. I need one or the other. Yeah, having the walls be alive is really a nice touch. Alright, there's our boss key. So yeah, we can definitely beat this dungeon. Like, actually, the only check I can't get is the one past the mini-boss. Because right now I'm going to go ahead and do back hallway. Now, assuming back hallway doesn't have anything, we're okay. Even if it has something, we're okay. Yeah, we don't need the compass. Compass is broken. We don't need it. Oh, wait a second. I can't go that way. Yeah, I have to just beat this dungeon. I can't go left side. Because I need to be able to jump in order to get through, through the thing. Through the side scroller. That's 2 checks I can't get right now. Because I have to go through the side scroller to get the key drop, and then there's the one west side room that also requires you to go through there. It's fine. We don't need those items, potentially. I was more coming here just for the essence. Also, I will probably do bottom floor before I leave. Because it's the only other thing I can do, and I don't want to have to come back here for that. Yeah, Plasmarine is a very underwhelming boss for as late as it is in the game. So yeah, because I have not gotten anything so far, we're absolutely going to Zorsees. Because we have the library key. I can only get one of the two library items right now. Because, again, no feather. No feather and no library book. That's, what, 6 keys? So there's one more key somewhere. One more key. We've got compass. So 2 items remain. Dude! Are you kidding me? Oh, now do I go... I go finish 2. Like, I don't even bother going to Zora. Like, D2 is definitely the way to go. Yeah, that's a crazy spot for Feather. Requiring both the level 2 switch hook and the cane. Oh! Maple, 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 maple. Alright, seed access will put us into go mode? What is this seed? Yeah, I think we're definitely at a point where we just rush dungeons we can do. Seed access guarantees that we can finish D1. What other dungeons could we possibly run into that we could beat? I can't beat 4 yet. I could beat 5. depending on key layout. Depending on key layout, I could beat 5. I can't beat 6. And I can't beat 8. So if we find 5, we're in go mode. Potentially. Yo, what's up, Jelly? Finally a stream you can watch. Very nice. How am I liking the new game? It's really fun. Definitely, like, one of the best games I've played in a while. Though I said that about Tears of the Kingdom, too. Like, they've been just cranking out really good Zelda games. But this is more of a traditional Zelda, too. Which I really, really like. It's like traditional Zelda meets Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. The only thing I don't like so far is the inventory. With all the echoes and like having to scroll for a literal year to find the one thing you want. There needs to be like more sorting options and or like a way to favorite the things you really like. But other than that, like, game has been fantastic. And some of the, like, callbacks are absolutely amazing. I'm not gonna spoil, like, what callbacks appear, but, like, if you know, you know. See, I really liked Tears of the Kingdom. Probably because I like just tinkering around with random things. After a while, it just became very formulaic. Like, you would just get the same thing, you would just keep going, do the same thing, ride the same hover bike everywhere. But it was kind of fun. Like, early game where you're like, how does this work? And you have to figure it out. Edge? Okay. You back? Okay. Well, yeah, like, figuring out how to, like, do a lot of the shrine puzzles and like figuring out how the physics worked with combining things and riding around. There was a lot of things to think about. Like, honestly, like, the best part of, like, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom was always the shrines. And they just needed more robust areas. Which they started to try and do in Tears of the Kingdom with some of the dungeons, but they just didn't hit the mark. Yeah, there's definitely some spots where I have not figured out how to get the chests. Like there's a heart piece in a cave that I've been like scratching my brain how to get. Like, okay, maybe I come back later, or I need a very specific echo. Or I just have to think even more outside the box than I already am. Like, I have some ideas on things that I want to try. Which is kind of what makes the game really interesting. Is like, you can try a whole bunch of different things and come up with a completely different solution than someone else. And it's still completely valid. Or you could just cheese everything. We got seed access. We're in go mode. We're in go mode. I wish the game would make more use of the echoes. Yeah, that would be ideal. Like, use more of them in different spots. You end up just using the same few, yeah. Yeah, getting P-Hat early, like, you just break open combat for a while. Where was... Okay, that's where... D1 is there. Oh, I need to grab mystery seeds before I leave. Gotta remember I need mystery seeds. Yeah, the Arias are a problem. Where you just get this overpowered ability a little too early. Because you can, like, farm things and just go out of your way. And then you just steamroll. I'm gonna go this way first. It was the other way around. Cool. So this ended up being a really quick seed. Obviously, like, we got access to some of the easier dungeons pretty early. So it's not really too surprising. And we only needed 3 essences, which is on the lower end. Oh, you know what? I realized we still have to get Maku Tree access. Don't worry, I can get Maku Tree access real easily. I just had to think about it, like, oh wait, where am I gonna get the seed from? I just have to go through Ambi's Palace. Yeah, it would be nice to change up the map a little bit, but also getting to explore familiar locations is also a good thing. Because I really liked how they took an existing map and expanded upon it. Because you can then go and visit your favorite locations and then realize they completely screwed them over. Yeah, another Zelda game in a different land. Exactly. You don't have to change the topography of Hyrule. You just bring Link to a different land. And that's part of what makes Oracles really fun, what makes Majora's Mask really fun, is they're set in different places. So they can basically do whatever they want in terms of the map. They don't have to stick to, you know, castle in the middle with Castle Town around it, and then you have your desert and you have your volcano. Like, you have different things you can do. How about we do a game about percussion instruments? Maybe they're holographic, and we can call it Hollow Drum. No. What's funny is, like, Oracle of Seasons doesn't even revolve around percussion that much. Alright, we got to test this out. We got to, one of the last things that was updated, I think, was this interaction right here. Where we got access to, Maku Tree via Ambi's Palace. We didn't get anything. We had enough essences. And it forced us to get all 3 items in succession. Getting the seed last so as not to lock us out of any other possible progression. So it worked out really well. Yeah, I'm gonna check this out just in case it's a good ring. Nope. Want a game where you play as Ganondorf? Now that you got playable Zelda, why not? You know what? That would be a pretty cool game. Play as Ganondorf while he's being raised by the Gerudo. and like amassing his army of darkness. It could be like a strategy game. Ganondorf the General. Or there's probably like other ways you can interpret Ganondorf's story. But I just want to see that expanded upon. Like, Ganondorf and the Gerudo. Just get more Gerudo in general. The new Zelda is basically Pokemon meets Minecraft. Like, that's the best way to describe it. Mixed with Zelda elements. Did I get any good rings? I got an expert ring. And double edge. Eh, I'm not feeling that. Like, I actually would like to see a Pokemon game, like a sort of like Echoes of Wisdom. Dude, the baby beams are everywhere! Children getting lost in another dimension and coming out of it with mysterious powers is pretty much the premise of Warframe. Okay, that's pretty fair then. But yeah, if Pokemon did a game like Echoes of Wisdom, where all the battles are real time, would be really cool. Because you're basically a Pokemon trainer, right? You're sending out monsters, you're capturing monsters, you're sending them out to battle. You're not really doing much damage yourself. Double B was way too... I had to know there was gonna be a spider, right? Absolute spider. There we go. We finished with a time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, 58 seconds. Pretty quick one. I definitely feel like we get 1 and 2 a lot, and we get 7 a lot. So maybe 3 is too easy. Like, 3 essences is just a little too easy. We need at least 1 more. Because a lot of the other ones, we don't have the means to beat. Like, I could beat 5 as long as boss key's in a early spot. I could potentially beat 3, depending on different circumstances that may not require Seed Shooter. 4 is out of the question. 6 is out of the question. 8 is out of the question. All 3 of those are going to require Seed Shooter. So, in theory, a 5 essence would be basically the same thing as this seed, but with a little bit more dungeoning. Six essence would have definitely required a lot more searching for the Seed Shooter. As well as dungeon access, right? We would also need more dungeon access. That's always a given. We just need more dungeon access. Like, we actually had all but 3. I could have gone up to Sea of No Return. I could have gone to Crown Key entrance. In fact, let me check those out. See if either of those was D5. I mean, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because we needed that seed access regardless for the fight at the end. So the way we did it ended up being pretty much optimal. It's just really interesting, like, not having to go to Zora Seas at all, not having to go Sea of No Return. We were able to cut out a lot of the fat from this seed, essentially. And it shows by the time. Like, the biggest bottleneck of this seed was the feather. Feather being in D7 on the cane and level 2 switch check is pretty brutal. We have to do a lot in order to get there. And then once we got that, everything just kind of fell together. Because then we could go back to finish 2. That got us our seed satchel. And then we go get our ember seeds, mystery seeds, finish 1, beat the game. You know what? I think just having Maku Path as a dungeon entrance kind of helps front load a little bit. As long as you get early shovel, that's another dungeon access you get very quickly. So honestly, like, Maku Path being shuffled really helps speed things up sometimes. Obviously, it does delay your finish potentially, depending on where Maku Path ends up, where it leads. If you can even get a key going forward, or you have to go through Ambi's Palace. And it seems like most likely you're gonna end up going through Ambi's Palace. But that's something for another day to take a look at. But for now, that's going to do it for another Oracle of Ages randomizer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you all next time.